So if we all have to go through wilderness at some point, if you find yourself in the wilderness, the question is, what do you do? And of course, the most important thing is to believe, to continue to believe the truth that God has spoken to you. The enemy will try to get you to believe a lie. He will try to get you to take shortcuts. He will try to get you to rely on yourself. Because it seems like God isn't doing anything, so you just try to do your own thing. So the first thing is believe. Hang on to your belief. Don't give up. Don't get distracted. Don't believe the lies. That's number one. Number two, as John the Baptist says, it's a good time for repentance and clarity, to anything that would stand in the way. Remove those things. Perhaps you find yourself in the wilderness because you've let other things creep in. You've distractions or habits that are interests that actually are taking you away from God and away from God's call instead of towards, like, okay, this is a good time to remove those things. It's very interesting in the church calendar, as we lead up to Easter, which is, breakthrough and whatnot, we go through a time of Lent, which is a time of fasting, and it's a time of removal of things. It's sort of like a time to come back to God. And sort of like if you find yourself in the wilderness, that's the kind of thing that you might want to do in the wilderness, is to almost like focus more on making yourself receptive to God and receptive to his work. It's a good time to review what God has spoken to you in the past and reaffirm that. It's a good time to reconnect with people who will support you in that, people who will encourage you and strengthen you in that time. I think sometimes when people go in the wilderness, they feel like because everybody else is not in the wilderness and I'm in the wilderness, they isolate themselves. But actually, when you do that, you're just making it easier for the enemy to take you down. So that's a good time to actually go back to, get reconnected and get back to those who will reaffirm to you the truth and that you need to hold on to. Those are the kinds of things that I think you should do when you're in the wilderness.